This is Awkward Occurrence with Awkward Entertainment. I'm going to be getting into Cleo Smith's abductor, Terence Kelly Phillip. I'm just going to briefly talk about him. I'm going to let these slides play and just talk about him. Alright, in the first story, Mr. Kelly created 2 fake Facebook pages. One was about his brat dolls. Another Facebook page was about a fake family he claimed to have. This fake family, he took photos from another woman's Facebook page, photos of her and her daughter, put it on his page, and said that was his family. He then communicated with his brat's Facebook page. I don't know what he said on his brat's Facebook page, but he mentioned talking to his kids about online child predators, even though he has no kids. Claimed to have an 11-year-old and a 21-year-old. But this woman was so horrified to find out her pictures were being used by this man to fake he had a family. That's what that article talks about. Don't want to say anything else about that article. Not really. I mean, he reminds me of Michael Jackson. He should have been on that show, My Strange Obsessions. It's just weird. Alright, in the second article, it claims Mr. Kelly wanted a life-size human doll for himself. Let me see. Let's read it. Cleo Smith taken as living doll by kidnapper who was obsessed with these brat toys. It has been suggested rescued 4-year-old Cleo Smith was trapped in Kelly's fantasy world that was seamlessly fixated on Brat's fashion dolls, and he wanted her to be a real living doll. Like right here, you have life-size dolls you can buy. This is the frozen doll, but he didn't want the fake doll. He wanted a real doll. Now I'm just going to freestyle. I'm not even going to read. I'm just going to freestyle this. Mr. Kelly wanted a real-life doll to take care of. He wanted a child of his own. Even though they say he was stuck in some weird fantasy, I don't believe he sexually assaulted Cleo Smith once. I don't believe he laid a hand on her or he beat her. I don't believe that. I think she was scared. Let's say she was scared. She was away from her family. But she was surrounded by somewhat a caring guy. A caring male. Yes, he's crazy. He's whacked out of his mind. But for the short 2 weeks she was with him, he took care of her. It hasn't came out that he assaulted her in any way. It's my opinion he didn't. Why? Because he would buy diapers. One neighbor stated they saw Mr. Kelly buying diapers for her. I don't know what else he bought. I'm pretty sure he fed her. I'm pretty sure he made sure she got a bath. This sounds weird because it is weird. It's almost like Stockholm Syndrome. Almost. She almost had Stockholm Syndrome. Almost. If she would have stayed with him for a few years, Stockholm Syndrome, she wouldn't have felt sad or angry or anything anymore. She wouldn't have. That's all I really wanted to say about this article. About him wanting a real life doll that was human. Now let me read this article to see if there's anything else I want to say. The tip the police got. This article doesn't go into what tip that led them to Mr. Kelly. It doesn't say. I don't know what led them to Mr. Kelly. Did someone ring up 911 and say, there's this strange guy who doesn't have a family. He's buying diapers. He's always speeding up and down the street. Was that the tip? Or did someone at the campsite see the car that sped away, and they also stayed in the neighborhood, saw the car again, called it in? Was Cleo Smith seen with Mr. Kelly at a store once? Or did he actually take her out of the house and take her somewhere, maybe out to eat something, dad and daughter's day out? Like, what possibly could have been the tip? That's what I'm trying to think of. That's what I've been thinking of since I read this newspaper article a few hours ago. So I'm just theorizing what the tip was. Let's just get into some pictures. This is Mr. Kelly being taken into prison. He still has no shoes on, has on some black shorts, and has on a shirt that's one size too small. I don't know what's going on in this story. Why they won't change his clothes. He still has the same. I don't think those are the same clothes, but the same clothes on. Like, they're not really treating him like a prisoner, because he should be dressed. He should be dressed out in prisoner clothes, but this is just hilarious. Walking barefooted, dog. His jerry curl still looks good. Still looks like Michael Jackson 1985 jerry curl. He's doing the one eye symbolism wink. He's winking at us. He doesn't look that heavy set in this picture right here, but he is that heavy set. He doesn't look too heavy set, but he's that heavy set, and he has the jerry curl drip going on. Again, Mr. Kelly wanted a life-size doll. Wanted Cleo Smith as a daughter. He could have just went out and met a woman and had kids. So I don't know why you would go out, kidnap somebody else's child, take care of them as your own, and then somehow get caught. All right. Anything else I want to add to this? No. That's it, really. That's really it. Let me end this out. This has been Awkward Occurrence with Awkward Entertainment, and I will see you in the next video.